Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. I'd like to apologize for the lighting problems in the last couple of videos. I'm going to work on that. I'm in studio number 2 today, and the lighting seems to be very good. So our lesson today is the irregular preterite. We're going back to look at the irregular preterite because right now we're hitting the subjunctive so hard, some people are still having difficulty converting from the preterite to the past subjunctive. We know that the preterite is verb number 4 and the past subjunctive is verb number 9. I keep telling you, take the ellos form of the preterite and change the final O to an A, and you have the past subjunctive. We're going to take a look formally at the formula, steps 1, 2, and 3, to form the past subjunctive from the preterite. We're going to look at that, and we're going to take a look at all the irregular preterites. Okay, here we go. The endings for the irregular preterite for these here in this first cluster are iste, o, imos, istes, ieron. No accent marks. So andar, to walk, would be you take anduv and then you add the ending. Anduve, anduviste, anduvo, anduvimos, anduvieron. For caber, to fit. Cupe, cupiste, cupo, cupimos, cupieron. Estar, estuve, estuviste, estuvo, estuvimos, estuvieron. For haber, we only use the el, ella, usted form. That's why there is an asterisk. It is hubo, like there was an accident. Hubo un accidente. There was a wedding at the church. Hubo una boda en la iglesia. There were problems. Hubo problemas. Hacer. Remember the el, ella, usted form of hacer is hizo. The rest of the forms have the C. So it's hice, hiciste, but this is with a Z. Why? If you left the C, it would be eco, right? We need to maintain that soft C sound. So it's hice, hiciste with a C, hizo with a Z, and the rest of these are with a C. Hicimos, hicistes, hicieron. Remember the red is the vosotros, the you plural in Spain. Let's come down here to poder, to be able. Pude, pudiste, pudo, pudimos, pudieron. Poner, to put. Puse, pusiste, puso, pusimos, pusieron. Querer, to want. Quise, quisiste, quiso, quisimos, quisieron. Saber, to find out. Supe, supiste, supo, supimos, supieron. Saber in the preterite means to find out. Saber in the imperfect means to know, like I did not know. No lo sabía. That's imperfect. I did know, no sabía, no lo sabía. But supe means I didn't find out. No lo supe. Supe, supiste, supo, supimos, supieron. Tener. Tuve, tuviste, tuvo, tuvimos, tuvistes, tuvieron. I'll let the vosotros out of some of the other conjugations. Venir, to come. Vine, viniste, vino, vinimos, vinistes, vinieron. Okay, so those are the irregular preterite here in this first cluster. No accent marks. Remember, haber basically is only used in the el, ella form, the hubo, and then hacer for el, ella, usted, it's hizo with a Z. Let's take a look at the verb dar, to give. Di, diste, dio, dimos, dieron. Notice there are no accent marks. Di, diste, dio, dimos, dieron. I gave, di. You gave, diste. I gave her a gift. Le di un regalo. They gave us a gift. Nos dieron un regalo. Di, diste, dio, dimos, dieron. And now the verbs ir and ser are identical in the preterite. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuistes, fueron. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuistes, fueron. Okay, now the whole point is to, again, refresh our memory about the irregular preterite, but what we want to do is make sure you can go from 4 to 9, from preterite to past subjunctive. And to do that is, step 1, you take the ellos form of the preterite, which would be anduvieron, cupieron, estuvieron, hubieron, but we don't. Yes, you could go hubieron here to get to the past subjunctive, because we do use the different forms of haber in the past subjunctive. But in the preterite, we just use hubo, but in the past subjunctive of haber, we use them all. So this would be hubieron, hicieron, pudieron, pusieron, quisieron, supieron, tuvieron, and vinieron. You take all of those and you take that final O. You change the final O to an A. So what you would have then would be anduvieran, cupieran, estuvieran, hubieran, hicieran, pudieran, pusieran, quisieran, supieran, tuvieran, and vinieran. That is the ellos form of the past subjunctive. And from that form, there are no exceptions. You build the other forms, the other conjugations. For example, if I have anduvieran, right, the ellos form in the past subjunctive now, changing the O to A. To get the yo form, I just take the N off. That anduviera is the yo form. It's also the LA form. If I want to get to the to form, I just add an S. Anduviera, anduvieras, anduvieras, and so on. So that's how you conjugate it all the way through. Now let's go here. Dar. Di, diste, dio, dimos, distes, dieron. Change that O to an A, dieran, drop the N, and build all your other forms. Diera, dieras, diera, etc. Same thing here. Take fueron, change that O to an A, you have fueran. Take the N off, and you have fuera, fueras, fuera, fuéramos, fuerais, fueran. There it is. It's very simple. So to get from preterite to past subjunctive, you take the ellos form of the preterite and you change that final O to an A, and you've got the past subjunctive. There are no exceptions. We're going to take a look at Y preterite and stem changing preterite in a separate upcoming lesson, but you're going to find out once you get to the ellos form of a Y verb or a stem changer, all you have to do again is build the other forms from what you have. For example, leyeron, change the O to A, leyeran, L-E-Y-E-R-A-N, drop the N off, and you have leyera. For example, the teacher wanted me to read this book. El maestro quería que yo leyera este libro. So to get to 9 from the 4, it's a very easy, comfortable, short bridge to cross. You just take the ellos form of the preterite, change that final O to an A, and you've got the ellos, ellas, ustedes form of the past subjunctive already. And to get to the others, just drop the end and add the appropriate ending, or leave it off. For example, like with estuviera, you have estuvieron, change the O to A, estuvieran. Take the N off. Estuviera is good for yo, él, ella, and usted already. The to form, estuvieras, right? Estuviéramos, estuvierais, estuvieran. And that's how you do it. And remember, anytime you hear ais, ace, or is, that is the vosotros. Okay, so our objective today is to review the irregular preterite, focusing mainly on the ellos form of the irregular preterite, and taking that final O and changing it to an A, and that is going to convert our verb now from being preterite to verb number 9, past subjunctive. To build the other forms, you just drop the N and do whatever you have to do. So there it is, irregular preterite, verb number 4, and we convert it into verb number 9. Ok, es todo por ahora. Tengan ustedes un gran día. Diviértanse mucho con sus amigos. Coman bien, tomen su agua y, si quieren, tomen leche con algunas galletas. Ok, bye bye.